relax. This is a time where you need to trust. And I'm hearing that you need to relax into that. In order for you to trust is to relax. So, should we get into this message? Because I feel like the message for you today is about you fully embracing trust in yourself. Trust in the direction that you are headed in. Trusting that you can discern the direction to go in. Okay. Kainaz is showing up because there is something that you need to pay attention to in your life right now, or there is something that is really being highlighted to you, illuminated to you. It's interesting. I've literally just taught a yoga class this morning and it was about illumination and about fire. So this is a fire within you. Say it's within your mind. Imagine your mind is like a cave and Kainaz is a beacon of light that gets lit inside that cave. Now, it's going to illuminate things that you already know, but it's also going to illuminate things that you don't want to look at, or you don't think you should look at, or it's better to just ignore that, yeah? But I feel like something has been illuminated to you, or is about to be, in your mind. And you know when you see something, you can't unsee it. And you're being guided to just trust. They're saying like, okay, you don't understand it right now. You don't know why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, but you've just got to trust this energy. You've got to trust what's happening here. Because it feels like it's, for some, it's something like it's too simple. It's too easy. Maybe things don't normally fall that easily for you. And you're like, I don't get it. Why is this so easy now all of a sudden? I don't trust it. Because I feel like you come from a place where perhaps you've kind of kept a bit of a defense with your emotions. You know, you'd only let certain people really see you truly in an emotional or vulnerable place. But I feel like that's changing now. And your vulnerabilities are starting to show more in a positive way. Lagos, which is funny because it's almost like we've got fire and then that's followed by water. So the emotion that comes from this energy that I'm picking up with you is going to dampen the fire. It's going to put the fire out. It's almost like the fire was just there to illuminate it for you. Your tears are going to put it out. So if you felt very emotional lately, spontaneously emotional, or feeling like, you know, where is this emotion coming from? I don't know. And you might be, for some of you, feeling like you're going through a breakdown right now. You know, it could be the slightest thing. Somebody hands you a cup of tea and you might feel like you want to cry. That kind of thing. Let it happen. You don't need to know what it's about. For many of you, there's been a shift or an adjustment within your energy centers, and it's kind of like brought up this trapped, suppressed emotion. There's something there that's just kind of like coming out. And this could have been from like when you were 7 and you might have got shouted at as a child, or, do you know what I mean? It could be anything like that. You don't need to try and identify what it is or indulge in all of that. It's just the fact that if you feel like you want to cry, then just let it out. Let yourself cry. Now, all of this fire and water is bringing you to a fresh start, to a new beginning. It's something that really provides like a fresh, nurturing energy. And this is why I feel like many of you are struggling at the moment, because it's almost like too simple. It's too easy to have that nurturing energy. And I feel like you've kind of gone through your life with a bit of a hard exterior where you haven't really softened into much, or if you ever did soften into something, you felt manipulated, so you'd quickly harden back up again. But something's happening in your life now that you are softening into, and you're almost confused by it. Like, why do I feel like this? Why am I feeling like that's easy? But there's something putting you off it because it feels so easy. Yeah, stay with me. If this resonates with you so far, drop me a comment, like, share this video, and we will get into this now. So these are the moon cards, okay? Dream Ritual. Is it? Dream Ritual Oracle cards, okay? Now, we had new moon recently. So this is usually a time of like where we're kind of acknowledging the darker parts of things. And you know, looking at that new beginning, that new stage. It's the beginning phase of the next cycle of moon cycle. And we have surrender coming up here. Surrender. You can trust this, and you are being guided to surrender into it. For some of you, you're going to be changing location. I feel like you're going to be moving. It might not be very far, but I feel like you're going to be changing your location. And there's something about that is that fresh start, that new beginning. And it is something to surrender into. You know, if this opportunity has arrived to you, and I feel like it's too easy. So I'll give you an example. This might not be for all of you, but this might resonate with one of you. Imagine that you've been looking for a home for a long time. You've been looking for the right kind of place to live, okay? And an opportunity has arisen, or someone has said to you, like, oh, do you know, there's a farmhouse down the road and they've got this barn and it's available and it's only 300 quid a month or something like that. You know what I mean? A ridiculous offer that is like, well, that's well easy. But it's almost like because you've been so used to struggle up to this point, you don't know how to accept easy. And that sounds perfect for you, but there's fear around it, fear of surrendering to it or moving into it because, well, then that's too easy and nothing's really easy for me. So ask yourself, is this a self-fulfilling prophecy that you are telling yourself that's blocking you from really being able to trust the way forward? That's really allowing you to be able to trust, actually, maybe I can have this. Maybe I do deserve this. Maybe I'm actually an okay person and I do deserve nice things to happen to me. Surrender. But I can feel it already. I can feel it welling up in myself that like this emotion, you know, the emotion's coming up. So this is the timeline. You've gone through the fire. The fire has illuminated a lot for you. It may have even burnt you. So you may have got your fingers burnt on here. But you have moved through the flames, almost like walking over the hot coals. You've done it, okay? And what you've learned from it, you can still feel the burning from it. It's like you've learned a lot. I just saw 707 on there as well. I'm going to put down what that means at the end. But from that fire, then you've laid your feet in a lovely, cool stream. This is where the emotion hits because it actually feels really nice. And it's like you understanding what you've been through and allowing yourself to feel. And you don't, like I say, need to start going like, oh, this must be from when I was blah, 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 and it's to do with this, and then start blaming your parents or anything like that. You don't need to do that. This is more about just release that emotion. Just let it happen. You know, don't worry about who sees you doing that either. You know, if people think you've lost the plot or having a breakdown, whatever, it's not their journey, it's yours. So don't worry too much about that. But this is helping you to break down the barrier of fear. It's helping you to move through fear. And that's going to help you to trust in your intuition, which then leads you to Bacano. And Bacano always carries with it a truth that's hidden deep within. There's a truth in this that you are now surrendering to. Okay. Let's get some tarot into this. I want to give you a little bit of guidance on what do you do? What do you do right now? Where do you go right now? Oh, we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse position. So your go-to normally would be change direction quickly. You know, as soon as something feels comfortable or easy or whatever, change direction. This is saying like, no, now is not the time to let go. Now is not the time to change direction. Now is the time to make yourself sit in it. Even if it feels really weird or uncomfortable, and I say weird, not in like weirdo, but as in weird, W-Y-R-D. This is aligning to your fate, okay? This is the destiny path that you choose, that chooses you and that is good. Now, you might be really trying to search for signs, or you're seeing lots of signs and you're trying to sort of be like, please give me an omen, give me a sign, show me something that really clarifies this. So let's do that right now. What really clarifies this? Ooh, okay. The Nine of Cups in the reverse position. What's being highlighted here, what you're watching really is you don't feel like you're desirable, or you don't feel like there's something about you that's desirable. Are you a bit down on yourself maybe? Yeah, and you're worried that you don't merge well in situations. It's like you absolutely want to be part of something here, but you're not sure that it works out for you that way. But the Knight of Swords is showing that there's a hasty decision to be made. If this offer's coming into you, you must take it. Drop me a DM if you want to go deeper into this.